Our hearts beat to the city streets. We began to feel the fire. We rise like tall buildings as the chemicals, they take us higher. The night's young and it's just begun as she puts her hand in mine. We wanna chase the night, wanna dance to the light, pull stars from the sky, just two hearts running wild. Never sleep, never stop, as we shout from the top. We're gonna be two hearts running wild. Afternoon, we lay awake in bed. The laughs so loud as the hours pass. We're gonna do it all again. We wanna chase the night, wanna dance to the light, pull the stars from the sky, just two hearts running wild. Never sleep, never stop, shout from the top. We're gonna be. We're gonna be two hearts running wild. The best we ever had. And we'll stay on forever. We'll never have regrets. We wanna chase the night, wanna dance to the light, pull the stars from the sky, just two hearts running wild. Never sleep, never stop, as we shout from the top. Running wild, we're gonna be, we're gonna be two hearts running wild.
Good morning, everyone. Just a quick hi, Tiffany, Kevin, Marilyn. On your second coffee already? Whoa, I can't drink more than one, and I can't drink a coffee afternoon because otherwise I'll just have insomnia. Hi, CB, Huga Homestead. How's it going? I'm looking on at my document here. It seems like I'm not so far behind after all. A lot of stuff can be planted straight outside. Well, at least of the stuff I grow. Um, I made myself a little list to do, and I'm gonna share it with you, and hopefully you'll have some ideas of things I need to do now, some things I should do in the upcoming weeks. Um, oh, come on, Marilyn. All right, all right, all right. There's still 4 more to go. I started a new one with the old one. Fair enough, and thank you. Share your referral link. New streaming. Oh, yeah, I can share that. Cool. That's cool that um, StreamYard allows me to do that. While your viewer received $10 in StreamYard credit to get started, it's a win-win for both of you and your audience. That's nice. Okay, so here's what I have in my to-do list so far. First of all, I'm going to have to find my little pods because I don't have any soil at the moment. That's in my plan to go buy some potting soil on Tuesday. So I want to plant my pepper seeds, tomato seeds, basil, celery, cabbage, and onion, and kale. These are all the seeds that I need to plant like now. Onions, I know they might not have time to grow like big enough for the end of the season. Good morning, Karen. But I still put them here because, first of all, it's about the survival seeds collaboration. So I really want to plant them. I need to. I want to. And second of all, the goal is to leave them there to harvest the seeds next year. So I'm going to put a little part of my garden where I have just a bunch of onions. I'm just going to put them, I don't want to put them all together so they don't have space to grow, but put them close enough that I know where they are. There won't be too much weeds growing through them. Good idea for the onions. Thank you. Pretty hardy. Yeah. So that's my goal. And I know I'm a little bit late on the seeds if I want to have onions for this year. I'm probably going to buy the bulbs again. But at least I'll have some seeds for the future. Other than that, I mean, pepper, tomatoes, basil, celery, cabbage, and kale. I mean, the last few days where I can still plant them and have them ready to transplant. And let's face it, you go to the nursery. Last year, I planted seeds very early. I had plants about this big. I went to the nursery and bought some about this big, and they start producing around the same time. They'll start producing fruits when the heat is high enough for them to decide that it's time to go and create some flowers and pollinate and all that stuff. They may not be used this year, but this should be okay. Yeah, and I don't need them to be too big. Like I said, as long as I can have seeds next year. That's the main goal, and they're still going to grow next year. They usually don't grow as big, but what I can also do is cut the green part off, help them grow a little bit, and I can still eat the green. It's a little bit like chives. Doing tomatoes today. Okay, so you're planting them or repotting them? Because I know you're a little bit ahead of me, a little bit more on time on your schedule. So if I don't make a plan, I'm not gonna have anything done. I'm gonna write it here. Doesn't really involve any of you guys, but I still got some homework to do through college. It's math. It's gonna take me 5 minutes. I'm not worried about it, but I still need to do it. Like, I feel like this is the easiest class I need to do. Now, one of the questions I had for my audience was, I need to prune my apple trees. What's the best time? Would it be now? I'm guessing it's now, but I can't even get to them yet. I also want to do what Stephen Subkoviak told me to do. Try to tie the branches to have them horizontal instead of having them go like just growing up. So I want to tie them on the ground and slowly having them grow horizontal. Shawnee Grows, good morning, Shawnee. How's it going? I saw you were live last night, but a little bit too late for me. I'll watch the replay later on. That's what I'm going to do right now. Put that in my to-do list. Here in Minnesota, we prune fruit trees in February, so there's no risk of disease or bugs getting into the cut. Fair enough. So I'm guessing that I need to do that like ASAP. So, prune my fruit trees. There's only one little tiny problem with this. My grapevines are still a little bit too small. They're still buried in the snow. There's no way I can even reach them, so they're not going to get pruned right away. But that being said, I can still prune them as soon as I see them. What are the fruit trees that... Oh yeah, we still have a lot of snow. So sowing the tomatoes. Okay. And yeah, no problem. We still have about 2 feet of snow. Although it melted a lot yesterday, we weren't here. My son had a tournament in Beresford. It's only about 35, 40 minutes away. And they basically don't have snow down there. It's insane difference between here, right, like at the entrance of the Restigouche River. There seems to be a different air current that's making the temperature a lot lower. It's snowing like crazy right now. Well, the grapevines, that's probably the only one I know how. So basically, you want to have your main stem and all the branches, and like any other fruit trees, you want to have them growing horizontal. But I have my trellis. Hey, let's say this is my trellis. I have my grapevines here, so it's growing like according to my trellis, and then it's growing sideways. So it goes up and sideways. But all the branches that would be growing like this, these are the ones you want to cut. That being said, the grapevines, you can easily root them. I'll have to double check. I think you need to cut your branch like you need about a foot of piece of branch, and I don't remember if it's 2 buds above the soil and 1 in the ground, or the opposite. Is it 2 buds in the ground and 1 bud above the ground? I can actually search that pretty quickly. How many buds in the ground to root grape cutting. For successful grapevine propagation from cutting, 3 to 4 buds should be placed underground with 1 bud remaining above the soil line. This allows the vine to both establish roots and begin growing shoots. 70 here today, that's awesome. So they're saying 3 to 4 buds for a better successful propagation. So it's 2 to 4 in the ground and one above the ground. That's the thing about grapevines. It's once, like right now, I planted about 15 different types. Some of them I was able to get a few grapes. Some of them not at all. Some of them taste great, but they have seeds in them. Some of them don't have seeds, but they don't taste too good. Although those would be the ones that you could use to make nice grape jelly. I have some that are seedless and taste amazing. Planting any trees for Earth Day coming up? That's a good question. And that would be in a week from now. Is it on the 22nd? On the 22nd would be on a Tuesday. Earth Day, 22nd. The only problem I have is we have way too much snow. But it doesn't mean that we can't start something inside, or we can't at least start planning. So I'm going to ask the question that I want to ask earlier. I already know about the grapevines, the grape cuttings. Those, now I've just seen it. You can propagate them pretty easily. What are other fruit trees that you could do that? I know with apple trees, it's not very good success rate. Like it could work, but the chances of it working are very, very, very slim. I know that can be done with gooseberries, grapes, yeah, all the shrubs. So I have all the currants. I could with mulberry, but my mulberry tree is just about this big. I'll need to give it more fertilizer in the spring. I've done it with mulberry. I still need to let it grow a little bit. Just plan when you can. Yes, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna plan and plant whenever I can. Any figs? Okay, mulberry. All the shrubs are good to go. Kiwi. My kiwi vine. Like I have 2 or 3. They're still very, very small, and I was told that when they're that small, they're not. They're not very. What's the word? They're not very hardy. So you need to let the kiwi, the shrub or the vine, grow a lot more before you can start propagating it. Kiwi, I know, yeah. I know for kiwi as well, but it's still too small. Listening, I had to feed the dog and let him out. It's 34 degrees out here. Yeah, we're still below zero right now. Weathernetwork.com. Your recent location. So it should turn to rain this afternoon, which is okay for me. 4 degrees, 9 degrees Celsius tomorrow. Tuesday, 8 degrees Celsius with snow. 5, 6, 9. If I look at the 14 days forecast, 9, 7, 5, 9, 11, 11. Oh, starting on Earth Day, we're reaching the 2 digits if things go according to plan. 12, 12, 12, 11. So hopefully by early May we should be free from the snow. I mean, I'm really, really hoping. Good morning, Dave. How's it going? Kind of skipped you there. It's Dave, the man himself. Okay, so gooseberries, grape, currants. I can do that with elderberries, but my elderberries are not big enough yet. I want to let them grow some more. I know you can do that with the Saskatoon berries. Can you do that with hazelnuts? Anyone know if you can propagate hazelnut from cutting? Can you softwood? I would need the softwood part of the hazelnut. Okay. So the reason I was asking is because I have one American hazelnut. Now I'm gonna ask a stupid question because that's something I don't know. But I know that most of the time you need 2 different trees to pollinate. If you clone one, does it still work? Like if I have 2 hazelnut trees or whatever you call them, are they still good to pollinate between each other? Okay, we have the same question. Well, my question was not even about the same. If it was different, yeah, it is the same question. Yeah, since it would be a clone, it would have the same genetic. I still need to drink my coffee. Well, 40 is above freezing temperature, which is still good. It's the nights that we want to have. Choose cuttings from healthy. Yeah, we want to have the nights a little bit warmer. Oh, okay. So, Magellan, the answer is yes. You would need 2 different hazelnut. It says hazelnut requires cross-pollination, meaning they need pollen from different genetic variety of hazelnut tree to produce nuts. They are self-incompatible, meaning they cannot fertilize themselves with their own pollen. This means you need at least 2 different hazelnut trees in your garden or commercial orchard will use 2 or 3 compatible pollinizer variety for each nut varieties. Although, well, it says that they cannot. Yeah, but the problem is, the reason I was asking is because I bought 2. I bought 2 American hazelnuts 2 years ago, and one of them died. I mean, I ordered about 24 trees from that nursery, and only 2 of them died. So it's still a pretty good ratio. And I'm very happy with the purchase nonetheless. But it says it's hard to understand. Requires cross pollination. Well, no, it's pretty straightforward there. It says that it needs different genetic variety, but then it says that they cannot self pollinate themselves. So I would need to find one that is compatible with American hazelnut pollination. Compatible cultivar. So I'm gonna need to find another type. So I need to find another type of American hazelnut. A hazelnut pollination chart. Okay. Is that big enough for me to see? Oh. Well, it's kind of hard to see there. There's a lot of charts, but they don't seem to have anything. I'm gonna put American hazelnut cross pollination chart. I'm kind of talking to myself right now. Let me share my screen so you guys can see what I'm looking at. Entire screen, not this one. The third screen, this one here. Hazelnut trees for 4 climate zones in Ontario and eastern North Canada. Oh, that's kind of cute. Let me just take this out. Just curious about pollination. Do you need to have different genetic? That's already. I ordered 2 different hazelnut for pollination that are compatible. I did put some seedlings in the greenhouse today and hope to keep them there tonight. Awesome. Yeah, I would need to find another one. Both are sold out in Incredible Seeds. Bummer. Okay, so you wanted to start them from seeds? Did you ever get the hazelnuts I sent you? And did you manage to grow them? Okay, well, I don't know what kind I bought. It was this one here. Okay, and are for now sleeping under the snow. So you're hoping they're gonna sprout. Okay, let's see. Once I can find them. Oh, no. Shane. Oh, there it is. That's what I bought. Do I have everything in English? So this would be the type of American hazelnut I got. I still have some, but that's what you did before and it worked? I wonder if Darren did the same. So I would probably need to find one. I guess I should call. Sorry. I should call my local nursery and ask them if they can find one. No yam. Wow. So I don't even know what that would be in English. I wonder if they have something in English on their website. It's only English. It's only French. I mean, it's not available in English. Oh, Branois, Petit Frutti. So, yeah. Yeah, probably. They can probably find some. I'm sure the local nursery could find some. If I tell them I need some American hazelnut, I need 2 of them, different variety for pollination. Then once I have a few here, I can just propagate them and have a bunch of different kind, and they should pollinate together. Good morning, Thomas. How's it going? Hopefully things are falling back in line for you. This company here, it's pretty amazing. I know it's in French. They ship all across Canada. I know it's French, so if anyone would want to order from them and you need help, just ask me and I will gladly help you. They did a very, very good job last year at yeah, I know, right? Like they should have it there. Same for the local nursery last year. They had some sea buckthorn shrubs, but they only had the females, or they only had the males. They only had the females. I'm pretty sure. Like you need the males for pollination, so it's like pointless just to have the females and selling them to your clients, knowing very well that it's not going to work. One thing that amazes me is that when you go on the Quebec side, I played softball last year in a place called Saint-Omer, and all the way on the side of the road until I got there, it's full of sea buckthorn berries. You just know by the trees. There's nothing like that looks like them. Yeah, like I find that company did a pretty amazing job. So they have apple trees, pear trees, plum trees, cherries. They have accessories, other edibles. What would they have in promotion right now? They don't have anything. Little fruits. This is where I bought those little longanberries. And this is the one I bought. So it's supposed to get it doesn't say the size of a tree. Well, it says though, like here, that means it will produce a lot better with the presence of another type, another cultivar. Very good at resisting different diseases. So that's a Sweden cultivar. So they have different kind. I could actually come here and buy a few more. And yes, if you ask them, usually they'll find the question if they don't know it, and they'll let you know. It's just that I don't like people going there looking at something. Oh, it produces nice little orange fruits. I want to try, and then they buy it, and it won't tell them most of the time. Although when they're, well, maybe not true though. If depending on who you talk to, they could actually tell you that you need to have. Still having issues with work. Because they're smaller nurseries, more local, they know you more. Most of them will probably tell you. I'm trying to remember if it's ever happened to me. I remember them telling me that I needed to have 2 different apple trees for them to pollinate. But one of them told me, like, yes, you need 2, but if there's a neighbor with an apple tree, you should be fine. Like, you need 2 apple trees, but if there's one on your street, you should be fine. The bees will pollinate. Yes, they might not pollinate as fast. They might not have as many apples, but you should still have a decent amount. The first apple tree I had, I was able to harvest about 50 pounds of apples on that one tree. And I only had one until it got caught by diseases. And yeah, I'm hoping that this problem is fixed this year. Yeah, well, that's the thing. Like the one I have is Susie here. That's the type I have. But yeah, I need to out of stock. They're still available. I might try to put an order. Um, call my brother and ask him. Saskatoon berries. I have some of them. So the sea buckthorns. This is what it is. So the ones I have are like this one here, and you can see by the leaves. Like, I mean, we don't have any other trees growing with those type of leaves here. The tree itself is like blue gray, and it's full of little tiny fruits like this. Those fruits would be very good in jelly or jam. Just like that, it's like a very, very sour orange kind of. Let's see what else they have. Golden rain, sea buckthorn, sea buckthorn, sea buckthorn. See, they have a lot there. I should have ordered from them a couple of years back. See, the male doesn't have any fruits at all. And it says that the male will not produce fruits, but it can pollinate up to 8 females. Sea buckthorn, sea buckthorn, aronia. I don't even know what that is. Aronia melanocoppa. Huh. They're not good, eh? Blueberries, different kind of blueberries. And once again, I have some blueberry shrubs here. They get about, well, maybe, okay, I'm going to say 2 feet high. And I've seen people with blueberries, shrubs. Well, they're not shrubs, they're trees. They're like 3, 4 feet high. I mean, what am I doing wrong? Is it the type that I have? Well, yeah, it will benefit from another cultivar. Yeah, exactly. 100 feet is ideal for pollination, I believe. 30 meters. Yep. That's a variety. Yeah, I know, but I've been trying to find it, but I don't want to spend too much money on them because my soil is not acidic enough, and it's very, very hard to bring the soil down to the proper pH level. Camry, so they have some honeyberries as well. I have a few types from that website that was ordered, and they have a nice chart. There's a nice chart online for honeyberries as well, or how I like to call them, hascaps. Cranberries, Casselier, that's currants, red currants, black currants. Strawberries, they don't have the white currants. Those are awful. I hate those. I'm gonna remove them from here and put them somewhere way back on my property, somewhere where they can grow as much as they want. And if I ever decide to go harvest some, I can go. And if not, I can just leave them there. And big day ahead. Hope you all have a great day and great week. Thank you, Thomas. Same for you. And we'll catch up soon. Strawberries. I have some strawberries. I asked last year to have some white alpine strawberries, and they gave me roots, and it ended up being a bunch of red strawberries. But it was okay because they were still producing strawberries in September. So, and this here, you don't need the name. Raspberries. Oh yeah, things are getting back to normal now. Kind of take care of everything on the farm now. That's good. Birds like black currants. Yeah. I suppose I'll put that there for them, I guess. Raspberries, the gadelier, that's the red currants. Casselier. Gadelier. It's the same thing, really? Okay, they have it here. The pink champagne. So those are not the same as the white ones that we have, Magdalene, right? Because the ones that I have here, they're like really white. These ones have like reddish. Okay, Roselier would be gooseberries. Goodell would be the currants. Okay, so this is what we have. So I need to find some of those, but they're always out of stock. Um, I should actually call local nursery and tell them that I want to have this. Oh man, uh, pink champagne currants. Last year, I asked them if they had some, and the guy told me he's never heard of it. And if he's never heard of it, there's a chance it doesn't exist. Well, you know. What else was I talking about? American hazel nuts. Too different. Okay. You learned that last year? Really? You have some of both? Those are easy to propagate, apparently. But every time we try, we fail. Gojis, I have some like this, but for some reason you have both. Okay. Um, I've been struggling so much. I ended up having one fruit last year, or a couple of them. I don't know. Like I did exactly what I was told to do. Um, I have a feeling they won't survive the winter for some reason, but if they do, they should be all right after. Kiwi. So this is what I have. Um, I'm not saying that this is the exact cultivar. I feel like I have a hair on my tongue. Can't get it out. Uh, mm, 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 mm. Male kiwi. So I have both. I have females and males. Blackberries. Blackberries. The thing is, I have some wild ones. I have some purchased at the nursery, thornless. Apparently, the ones with thorns taste better. Um, but that's something I also need to keep an eye on. Um, I want to propagate rosebush and blackberries. And the blackberries, I did something last year. I don't know if that's going to work, but if it does, I should have tons of them this year. If not, hopefully some of them are still going to grow because I had about 3 or 4 that came back from the previous year. So in theory, if it was their first year growing in my climate last year, this year should be the second year. They should be producing fruits. Good morning, Jake. How's it going? I'm going to put that here as well. Um, when are you going live next, Jake? Awesome. Thank you. Great. Sure. That would be, what's it called? I have a blank this morning. Elderberries. I learned also last year that those are running far away from the mother plant. The currants, or like the specific white ones, because so far my currants are not spreading, and I wish they kind of were. The blackberries, okay, um, that's okay because I have them way back on my property. The thing is, I'm gonna need to make sure they don't grow too much on my like inside the property where I don't want them to grow. Um, where they are, they can take over all the back of the property. That's good for me. I'm gonna need to find a way um, to make sure they don't grow too tight, like it don't grow too close together, so that we can actually go and walk in between. So I know how to keep them, by putting like little lines and stuff and tiny, not posts, but little fencing to keep them, to keep a place from like where you can walk. I suppose I'm gonna have to mow the lawn there often because I don't think there's any other way to keep it low. And I'm gonna have to keep an eye on those bees because I don't want to get stung again, and I don't want the kids to get stung. Might go live after you. Okay, awesome. I don't know how long I'm gonna be. Usually, I try to go at least for an hour. I need the watch time though because I took a little break and my watch time crashed. Um, yeah, I want to plant elderberry this year. Those are so easy to propagate, Karen. There's a lady here in the Maritimes. I don't remember if you're in Canada or not. I don't think you are. I think you're in the States. Might be wrong. But if you were in Canada, she can send you like, it would cost you like maybe $30-$40 to get like 15 cuttings. And when I bought the cuttings, they arrived pretty quickly. She charges a little tiny bit more because she's sending you the cuttings like express. You're in Connecticut, okay? Um, I bought those cuttings, and most of them ended up rooting. I gave some away last year or the year before the conference. I don't know if they survived. I don't think they did, but I know mine here did. And Chris from Hickory Croft Farm gave us one last year. 4 more super chats. Yes. But I do that for fun, so even if I don't reach my goal, that's fine. Order from that lady? I would need to find the information, but I know I gave it to Angie last year. It's Mary Squires, I think her name is. Uh, let me just. Let me see. Need to refresh the page. That sucks. Yeah. Okay. Let me confirm. Mary. View profile. Is that her? She's in Moncton. No. I'm just going to already pretty much saturate in terms of trees and shrubs, but yeah, you're a little bit like me where you can't really just stop growing food, can you? It's probably not the right one that I found because, well, Mary. There's a few ones. Oh, there it is. Okay. Okay, Canada Post. Will provide tracking Canada Post. So I need a minimum of 10. So what I did was I purchased, okay, it was 10 cuttings for $2 plus $25 of shipping. But you can order more. I think it's the same shipping. So, Marilyn, I'll copy you the email in private just because I don't want to share information. So that's her email I just sent you. And just send her an email to see. Well, I can actually ask her for you. Do you still have elderberry cuttings? I'll let you know, Marilyn, and I can do like the dealing with you and. All right, let's come back here. I think Jake was leaving. I hope everybody's staying safe. Yes, I'm hoping to stay safe as well. I'm trying to send me the info. Okay, I did to share the cost. Awesome. Yeah. She speaks English, but I can do the dealing with you. By the way, StreamYard is at it again. All the free plan they used to let us do 20 hours, now they're only going to let us do 5 hours of streaming. Really? So if so, I'm just going to go with another streaming service. I mean, I'm not going to pay $20 a month. Or it's like $30 a month for the next step. It doesn't really give me much more. I mean, I do my live streams alone, so it's not like I'm helping anyone get watch hours or anything. It's pointless, I find. I do. Well, I used to mainly because. Oh, I'm sharing the wrong screen. I used to because the kids love carving them. They don't let you cancel. Well, it looks like they're going to lose a lot of clients. There's a Lime, I think it's called, that does pretty much the same thing. I could always just learn how to use OBS and go right on YouTube. I mean, I don't need StreamYard to stream. It's just easier and better, but there are other ways. So yes, I still plant pumpkins. I like the sugar pumpkins. First of all, if I want to, I can make pies. I also make like I can them. They're actually pretty good. And I eat them just like I would carrots after. And the big ones, when I get big ones, I try to keep the seeds. I like roasting them, and I like to give the flesh, like the inside, like I open the pumpkins and give it to the chickens. They love it. It's $44, almost $45 for the pay plan, and won't let you cancel. I have EV Mux. It only cost me $25 a month. Well, it's still pretty expensive, I find. I'll check after because I'm curious, but I will not go. Uh, I'm not gonna start paying for something that we used to have for free. Thé des bois, that would be wintergreens, and I gave a lot to Darren last year. I don't remember. Did I give you some too, Makilan, or was Annie? I think maybe you got some. I wonder how they're doing because that's a plant that spreads through rhizomes, kind of like raspberries. They spread underground, and once you find some, you can be sure there's going to be a lot of them. The leaves themselves can be used in tea, and I mean, obviously, if you find something in the woods, you don't know what you're doing, you don't eat it. But those leaves, you can crush them and smell them. They smell like peppermint. And the fruits kind of do a little bit too. So what I do is I dehydrate the leaves and put a few fruits in there and make that into a tea. So they have a lot of grapevines as well. They always have that one odd picture I find where you don't get to see the actual fruit that you're getting. So, and this one is out of stock, so that might be why. Um, I have some grapes like this. They don't get this big though, but I have some, and I have some like this. I have some like this as well. It could be this one that I have. I have some that are kind of red like this, and sans pépin, seedless. See, that I think that's the one I have. Those grapes are so good. They taste just like the one that you would buy at the store, the red grapes. They're seedless. And that's the one that I have currently that I want to try to propagate. I owe a few trees to my friend, my colleague. Oh, I hate having to go way down back again. I know there, and I was at the last few ones. It wasn't to you. I think it was Darren and Annie. I grew some last year, but only got one pumpkin. We had a very bad year for growing, way too much rain, but I saved seeds, and they are already about 7 inches tall inside the house. Yeah, the struggle with pumpkin jungle inside. Uh, there's also at the psychiatric hospital here with the patients sometimes, well, not sometimes, every year they do a little plant sale. They have them put their hands in the soil, which I find is amazing. And then they sell the plants so that they can make a little bit of money to reinvest for more activities with the patients. So I always try to have a little bit of money for that sale, so that when I go, I can buy a few things that I might not have enough of. Tomatoes, peppers. There's always like one lemon balm that I get, or anything like that I know I can just plant and let go. And I have wild grapevines growing everywhere, but they don't produce any grapes. It might be really? Either it's not grapevines, but it looks like it, or you just need to have another kind nearby because they should produce fruits. I'm hoping that it warms up soon. Yeah, can't blame you. Let's see what else they have. Petits fruits, autres arbres à fruits. apricot. So those are zone 4. I could buy some of those. They're zone 4. I should be all right here because I am zone 4, 4.5. Cherries. These are very small though. Cherries. I have some of those, the Montmorency cherries. I think I have one Napoleon. Zone 2. Those are weird cherries. Oh, Prince Cerise Convoy. Ça va dire du premier. Production de fruits dans 2 ans. Compagnie de minimum. Oh, cool. I used to have Concord grapes, but a tornado struck and I lost them all. Oh, that sucks. Yeah, that's what I was gonna say, Marilyn. Prince Cerise, they're a mix of plums and cherries, and I have 2 of them here called chums. That's another one that I'm wondering if they're easily propagatable. Is that a word? If I can easily propagate them. Because if so, I would love to propagate them. But I don't know if it's just because it's me or that's the way it grows, but it's like growing very, very close to the ground. It's like basically the branches are just like this. It grew up, boom. It's going sideways. It's not going up at all. So I don't know. Chums, a lot of chums. So I could get a few ones. See, they have like a yellow inside. Well, plum and cherry do suckers, so maybe them too. Okay. Suckers. So I could just transplant the suckers? Gonna see. Okay. Oh. Mulberry. Nectarine, zone 5. That sucks. I wish it was zone 4. You had a lot of stuff. Peaches for zone 5. What's this? Is that like some sort of cranberries? I will find out this spring if my plums transplanted last year from a friend tree survived. Yeah, I did the same thing with a few apple trees, and I just can't wait to see if they survived or not. Not really. More for birds and have really big spike on them. Okay. Other edibles. Let's see what kind of other edibles they have. Asparagus. Caragagni. That I have no idea what it is. Not really interested. We can do jelly with pimbina. Okay. Well, maple, sugar maple. See, you can even buy some fiddleheads. Although I have some, I just can't wait to see if they're gonna grow or not. Purple. Rhubarb. Rosy Iglancy. Roses. They have a lot of cool stuff though. Let's see what kind of plum trees. Corncob jelly. I have never done it. I didn't even know it was a thing. So I think I have one like this, the Bradshaw. I bought some last year. I might have tried to get one like this last year, but it didn't get it. The ones I have, I know I have a Mount Royal. Mm. I make corn cob broth. I just tasted some the other day, and it's awesome. Cool. Yeah, I have one of the Mount Royal. I think that's the one that a lot of people have around here. Okay, that was you, Jake. Awesome. Thank you. And I'll follow you back as soon as I'm done. Pear trees. Now to see which ones I have. I have Bartlett, but I don't know if it was a disease that caught them or simply it got too dry or whatever. Um, Slightly sweet, but very light, tasty, really good. Okay. But my pear trees, they all seem to be dying. And if I can't grow them here, I'm just gonna go with apples and pear and plums. But I really want to have a pear tree here. There's a lot of them. Red Bartlett. It could be the red Bartlett I have and not the other one. A lot of them are zone 2 and 3. But they don't get very, very big. Okay. Yeah, I saw that. I was wondering who it was, but then I saw your name in between, and I figured it was you. Apples, ambrosia, Belford. That's pretty cool. Zone 2. Peu sensible à la tavelure. That's one of the wild apple trees we have around here. It looks pretty much the same anyway, and those are pretty good, but they would be the ones I would use for my apple jelly. But I tried to propagate some, and it might be one of those that um, could have survived the winter. I'm hoping anyway. Chestnut, Bilodeau, Crimson, Emerald Spire, Max Excel, Cortland. Cortland are pretty good, I guess. A lot of people like them. Bonne résistance au brunissement. So they're old. They resist to the brown. Eat fresh in pies and salad, in juice, or incorporate in cider. Oh, there's some wild like this one here as well, where you open them and they're all like red flesh, pink. Empire, famous, no, freedom, gala. I think I also have a gala apple. Geneva. Oh, that looks cool. Ginger gold. I don't think that's the one I have. The ones I have are golden delicious. Golden russet. Hardcore honey crisp. Honey crisp too. Honey gold. I think actually it's honey gold and not golden delicious that I have, but it's pretty much the same. Liberty, Lobo, Melba, Michelin, Minnesota, multi-grafted. Muscadetted, yep. Yep. In Orland. They have a lot of different apple trees. Polar red. Okay, I don't know about the apple trees, but I know if you have any climbers, um, like kiwis and grapevines, chicken manure is awesome for those. I'm always afraid to put too much because I'm always afraid to burn the vines. But at the same time, I mean, from what I've seen, you could plant them right in the chicken manure and they would grow. I think I am at 6 or 7 different trees and have 2 more to plant. I've never seen your harvest though. Like, did you start harvesting them, the apples, or are they still too young for you to harvest any? Or maybe it's just because I wasn't paying attention. I don't know. I just don't remember seeing you sharing the apples you had. Okay, just one tree produced a little. Okay. Uh, wow, they still like I'm still scrolling down. September Ruby, Spartan, Sunrise, Sweet Copen, Sweet 16, Tango Wine, Wealthy. They're still small, mostly my dad experiences. Well, if it works, it works. What else? What else? What else? Yellow transparent. Huh. Stop sharing. All right. So, looks like I have a plan. What? Why isn't it? So my gooseberries, my grapes, my currants, my Saskatoon, and I need to research on propagating chums. They're still small, mostly my dad experience. Okay, that's the last one I read. Um, I know where I can probably go and find some new growth, new apple growth, new like smaller apple trees. I need to go and try to find some small enough for me to be able to transplant here. You know, if I could find some that are only like 2, 3 feet high, then it'd be easier for me to dig around all the roots and bring them over. I did that a couple of years. Well, I say a couple of years. I say a couple of years, like the word couple, whenever it's a few years. I think it was about 10 years ago. We went for a drive, my neighbor and I, and we dug out about um, maybe 10 apple trees. He planted about half of them. I planted about half of them. Um, they all died, but one. Well, it kind of died, but the root stayed strong enough and it started growing back. And what I did last summer is I cut all the little tiny branch growing but one to try to keep one growing strong. And as soon as it gets to a certain size, I will try to graft on it. And I'm hoping to do it properly. I need to learn how to do it properly. Um, I might just leave like a second branch growing just in case I screw up on the main one. That way I can just cut the main one and let the second one grow and try again. Um, but if it can get bigger, I'll need to look for best fertilizer for apple trees as well. But from the videos that Stefan Sokoviak is sharing, I can probably find all the information I need. And yes, I do want to plant seeds. I never said I did not. It's just like in terms of trees in the future, those are my plans for the spring. I want to have fruit trees all over the property. That's my goal. The kids are at a point where they don't really um, play outside as much, and they're at a point where they can go play with friends and stuff like that. So, all right, well, I kind of need to go. As you can see, I'm starting to jump. I need to go. I'll see you guys next week. Hopefully, next Friday I can make it, and if not, well, I'll try to post a video for Wednesday. That's something else I need to do. I know what to do. I just do the lazy man and don't do it. Take care, everyone. Have a nice week.